Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivona and today we are doing full body stretching routine for better posture. So if you've been slouching in front of computer all day long or if you've been driving for a long time, we're gonna really open up the chest. We're gonna stretch out the quads, the hamstrings, the hips, and also I'm gonna throw in some positive affirmations so our mind is nice and centered on something positive. All right, we're gonna need a yoga belt for this class. So if you don't have a yoga belt, you can also use a kitchen towel or just use a hoodie or just a normal towel. Okay, so let's begin. We're gonna lie down on our back and you're gonna need your belt. Right foot's gonna go into the strap and your left leg's gonna extend forward. Now look towards your left foot and make sure the left foot is right underneath your left hip and the foot is flexed. Your right leg is nice and straight and you're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades together. So the arms are straight but the shoulder blades are squeezed together. Now you want to have a little curve here in the lower back so a little mouse can crawl underneath your lower back. Leg is nice and straight and we're just gonna connect to the breath. So you're gonna inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, so deep inhale through the nose and deep exhale through the mouth. And really start slowing down your breath. So you're gonna inhale for count of 4 and exhale for count of 6. And just keep going. You can close your eyes if you want to. And I'm just gonna read out the first card. So the first card says, spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. So just center the mind on the positive affirmation and on your breath. You should feel a stretch in the back of the leg. Let's just take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. And then you're going to hold the strap with your left hand and you're going to guide your right leg over to the left and then maybe reach your right arm over your head. Now you want to make sure that right buttock cheek is staying down and then you're going to pull your leg towards your chest a little bit. And just hold it there. Take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to pick another card and I'm going to read it out to you. I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. So center the mind on the positive affirmation. Feel the stretch on the outside of the leg into the glute area. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Good, let's come back to the center. You're gonna hold the strap with the right hand. Good, left hand goes onto the left side of the pelvis. Press the left side of the pelvis down. Rotate your right knee away from you and then allow your right leg to open out to the side. But don't go too far that your left buttock cheek starts to lift off the floor. So we want to keep both hip bones leveled and you want to feel the stretch into the inner right thigh. Good, and just hold the stretch. I'm gonna read out another card. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. So just stay here, connect to your breath. Keep your mind focused on the affirmation and on your breath. Good. And then let's bring your leg back up to the ceiling. Hold the strap in each hand. Now step the left foot in and release your right leg down. Lift your head up, look towards your right leg. Make sure the right foot is underneath your right hip and flex your right foot. Shoulder blades squeezing together, arms are nice and straight. And just breathe. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. I'm reading out another card. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. So let's just take one more deep breath in and breath out. Now hold the strap with your right hand and then allow your left leg to go over to the right, keeping your left buttock cheek down, the foot is flexed, and hold and breathe. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Let's hold for another deep breath in. We're going to come back to the center. We're going to switch hand. Rotate your left knee away from you and then open the left leg to the left side. You should feel a stretch into the inner thigh. Just going to hold and breathe. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let Spirit give me direction. To begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let Spirit give me direction. So these manifestation cards were made by Gabby Bernstein. She's an amazing spiritual teacher. Maybe you heard of her. And I really like her work, so I bought these and I thought I would share them today with you. Hope you like them. Just stay breathing, stay focused on the affirmation. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, we're gonna come back to the center, bend that knee, and then release the leg all the way down. Give your legs a shake. And then you reach the arms over your head. As you inhale, lift your chest up, so you're arching your back. And then as you exhale, just melt the chest down into the floor. And again, inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, melt the chest into the floor. We got one more. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, let the chest drop into the floor. Then you're gonna bend your knees one by one. Soles of the feet together, knees quite wide. And then we're gonna hold on to the opposite elbow. See if you can tuck your tailbone under so the lower back is nice and long. You should feel a stretch into the hips and stretch into the shoulders. Hold that position, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Keep going, just keep breathing. I'm gonna read out another card. In stillness, I receive. In stillness, I receive. Change the cross of the arms. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then you're going to relax the arms and then use your hands to help you draw your legs together. Open the arms out to the side, palms facing up, breath in. And as you exhale, take your knees over to the right. Hold it there and maybe extend your top leg and just bring it up towards the hip. So the foot is in line with the hip, but the foot is on the ground. Hold that stretch, breathe. Let me read out another affirmation. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. And just breathe into that. Let the words resonate in your body. Keep your mind and the heart open. Take one more breath. And then lower the leg down. Bend the knee, feet stacked on top of each other. Breath in, and as you exhale, bring your knees back to the center. Second side, inhale. As you exhale, take your knees to the left. Stretch the top leg, and then reach the leg up. Foot is in line with the hip, but is resting on the ground. So you want to feel supported. This is a stretch. We don't want to be holding any tension. Hold and breathe. I'm going to read out another affirmation. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Breathe into it. One more breath. And then just lower the leg, bend your knees. We're going to come back to the center. And then let's hug your knees to your chest. Just give it a good hug. Rock your hips from side to side. And then pause in the center, place the hands on top of your knees, and just start to draw a couple of circles. So we want to keep your hips completely relaxed and just use your arms to do the work for the legs. So the legs are passive, arms are active. And then change direction. Good, and then relax. Then we're going to cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Gently push that right knee away and then reach through the triangle in between the legs and grab the back of your left thigh. Create a little curve in the lower back. Relax your shoulders, draw the chin to the chest. If you feel that the head is tilting back too much, get a pillow or a book and place the book underneath your head. So we want the chin to be drawing into the chest. We don't want the chin to be poking up to the ceiling. You're going to feel a stretch into the outside of your glute. Hold and breathe. I'm going to read out another affirmation. When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. Breathe into that affirmation. Trust the body, trust the breath. Let's take one more deep breath in. And breath out to release. You can drop your left foot down, place your right foot onto the floor, switch legs, left ankle on top of your right thigh, draw that right leg into the chest, relax your shoulders, draw the chin to the chest, and breathe. See if you can create a little curve underneath your lower back. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. If your mind wanders away from the breath, just gently bring it back without judging yourself. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Good, drop your feet down. Have your feet as wide as the mat, arms to the side, and then just rotate your knees and from there, take your knees over to the left. So one knee rotates in, one knee rotates out. Inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale to switch. Back to the center and switch. Back to the center. One more. Good, we're gonna come back to the center. Just lift your feet up, so the feet should be parallel to the ceiling. And see if you can grab the outside edges of the feet. If you cannot reach for the outside edges of the feet, you can hold onto the shins like this. Your knees needs to be super wide here. As wide as your shoulders, or wider than your shoulders actually. And we're just gonna stay here and breathe. Happy baby pose. Breathe deeply into the hips. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. Breathe into your hips and into the affirmation. Good, one more breath. Good, and then we're gonna release. Stretch your legs forward and just shake the legs out. Good, from here we're gonna roll onto your side. So the spine is nice and straight, arms in front of the chest, and we're gonna bend your knees. So the knees should be higher than your hips. Your spine should be straight. Head on the floor, or if you can't touch the floor, you can use a pillow. And then inhale, you're gonna reach your top arm forward. And then as you exhale, you're gonna rotate your spine, rotate your arm, and you're gonna look towards your hands. I'm just gonna shuffle forward. So go as far as you can. If you really stiffen your spine and you just can go here, that's okay. Just hold that stretch and breathe. So breathe into the rib cage. Make sure that the lower ribs are drawing in. I'm gonna read out another affirmation. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. So your head should be looking towards that outstretched arm. You're going to feel that gradually the arm starts to release down, the ribcage starts to release as well. Let's take one more deep breath in and exhale to close. Good job. We're going to push ourselves up and we're going to go to the other side. So just changing the head with the feet, or you can turn over onto the other side. So spine is straight, arms in front of the chest, knees are a little bit higher than your hips. And then inhale, reach your top arm forward, and then exhale, rotate your spine, rotate your arm, look towards your hand, and just hold and breathe. I'm going to read out another affirmation. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. Breathe into that affirmation. And your head, your eyes should be looking at that outstretched arm. Good, one more breath. And back to the center. Good. From here we're gonna lie down on our front. We're gonna stretch the quads. So left hand goes underneath your forehead, kick your right heel to your bum, grab the ankle, pull the heel towards your sit bone. Just check that the knees are parallel to each other and the right knee is not sticking out to the side. Press the hips down into the floor, and if you're flexible, you can try to lift the thigh off the ground. If you can't do it, you can't do it, don't force it. Just breathe, hold that position and breathe. I'm gonna read out another affirmation. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. That's a lovely affirmation. Let's breathe into it. See if that affirmation resonates with you or not. Stay focused on the affirmation and on your breath. Good, release, switching side. Breathe into the belly. One last breath. Good, and then release. Rock your hips from side to side. We're going to do hip flexor stretch. So I want you to bend your right knee, lift the thigh off the floor, let the pelvis tilt over to the left, but your upper back is centered. So head on your hands. Breastbone is facing down to the floor, but the pelvis is rotating to the left, and your leg is up in the air. I'm going to read out another affirmation. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Breathe into that. Good, we're gonna release and switching side. Bend the knee, leg goes up and over, but the actual foot doesn't touch the ground. Breastbone centered, and breathe. Good, and then release. Good, now we're gonna do a pec stretch or a shoulder stretch. So what you're going to do is you're gonna bring your right arm, so right arm in a right angle, elbows in line with the shoulder. You're gonna roll yourself over onto that right side, head is down on the floor, knees are bent, and your left arm can either stay in front of the chest, or you're gonna bring your arm back and behind your back like that. And you're gonna hold that position and breathe. You should feel a stretch in front of the chest, the pec area, and into the arm bone as well. So the next affirmation is, when I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. When I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. Breathe into that. I forgot to say, if the head doesn't touch the floor, use a book or a pillow or a blanket underneath your head. Notice if you are holding your breath. If you are, just go back into the deep breathing, inhaling for count of 4. Exhaling for count of 6. Inhaling for count of 4. And exhaling for count of 6. One last breath. Inhale. And exhale. We go back to the center. Good. Second side. So, left elbow bends, left arm is in a right angle, knees are bent, right arm can go up to the ceiling and back behind you, and then hold that stretch and breathe. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Breathe into that. Good, and then release. Well done. Great, so we're gonna go into Sphinx Pose. So elbows underneath your shoulders, pull the shoulder blades back, lengthen the whole of the spine, look forward. If you feel any tension into the lower back, just take a child's pose instead. So child's pose, if you don't know what child's pose is just bringing your knees wide, big toes together, like that. So that's a child's pose. So if Sphinx is too much, feel free to do child's pose. Okay, so elbows underneath your shoulders, lengthen the spine. We're gonna hold and breathe. And next affirmation is, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. So let's hold this position and breathe into it. One more breath. And we'll release, lower down, hands underneath your shoulder, push yourself up. And we're gonna take a child's pose. So big toes together, knees wide. Arms forward, forehead to the mat. Breathe and hold that position. When I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. When I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. Breathe into the back of the ribs. Inhale and exhale. And then just walk your arms over to the right. Reach your left arm a little bit further forward than the right. Keep your left buttock cheek down on your heel. And just breathe into that left side of the rib cage. We go back to the center, over to the other side. Reach your right arm a little bit further forward. Breathe into the stretch. Good. We're going to come back to the center. Walk your hands to the knees. I'm going to stretch your forearms and your wrists. So turn your fingers backwards towards your knees. Make sure the inside of the elbows are facing forward. And then relax your shoulders down. Hold that stretch and breathe. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in love of the universe. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. I let an inner sense of quiet multiplied each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. Good, and then release and just roll those wrists and then change direction. You're going to interlace the fingers, stretch through the arms, stretch through the forearms and your fingers. Take one more breath. And then relax. So let's come onto the hands and your knees. Let's just do cat and cow. So the knees are underneath your hips, hands are underneath your shoulders. You're going to drop the belly, arch the back, inhale. And then exhale to round your back, chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, pull the shoulder blades down and back. And exhale to round. And last time, inhale. And we exhale. And then back to neutral position. Walk your hands forward. And allow your chest to sink down to the floor, forehead to the mat, puppy pose. Make sure the hips are over your knees. Hold that position, tune into the breath again. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Directing my focus on what's thriving creates more of what I want. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Breathe into that. If your arms are really stiff, you can always drop the elbows to the floor. One more breath. Place right hand underneath your shoulder, left hand underneath your shoulder. Walk your hands into the feet towards the knees. And then we're just gonna rock forward and back on your feet. Really spreading your toes wide. And then circle from the ankles. And then change direction. Lower the heels to the floor and lift your hips up. Good, so make sure the feet are parallel underneath your hips. And then hold on to the opposite elbow, shift the weight into the toes and see if you can stretch the back of the legs. So hamstring stretch. Relax the back of the neck and just hold that position and breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breath in. Deep breath out. Breath in. And breath out. One more breath. Good. And then bend your knees quite a bit. And then take your hands. You're going to place the hands underneath your feet and make sure the toes are touching the inner wrists. Good, and then just inhale that, and as you exhale, just to straighten the legs just a tiny bit. And just feel that stretch into the back of the legs, and then gonna feel a stretch into the shoulders as well. Hold and breathe. So deep hamstring stretch. You may feel your hamstrings shaking a little bit, and that's a good thing. We're releasing that tension from the hamstrings. If you've been sitting all day long, they get shortened. Once the hamstrings shortened, they start to pull on your lower back, and that's why you start to feel tension in the lower back. And that's when disc injuries happen as well. So it's important to stretch your hamstrings every day if possible. Take one more breath. And then we're going to release. Just roll the wrist for me. And then from there, just stay in that forward bend and just rotate your spine gently from side to side. Good. And then pause in the center, bend your knees again. Drop the knees to the mat, walk your hands underneath your shoulders, and just stretch your right leg back and lean into that calf. So leaning into the foot, and you're going to feel a gentle calf stretch. Hold it there and breathe. And then switch. So really push into that foot, feel that calf stretch. Good, and then release. Good, and then we're gonna sit in a cross-legged position. And then your knees should drop down, but if you feel your knees are much higher than your hips and your lower back is rounding, please sit up on a couple of pillows or on a book or a block. Good, so from here we're gonna stretch out your neck, so making sure the back of the head is in line with the rest of the spine. Right hand goes to the floor, left ear to the left shoulder. Hold and breathe. You can even lift your hand off the floor and reach the fingertips away from you. Close your eyes and just breathe into the stretch. I'm gonna read out another affirmation. Instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. Instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. Let the affirmation resonate in your body. Breathe into it. All is well. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, relax, switching side. So left hand can lift off the floor, reach the fingertips away from you, stretching the side of the neck. And breathe. Good, and then release. Rotate your head gently from side to side. And then we're going to look up and down a couple of times. And then you're going to look forward, interlace the fingers behind your head. Push the head into your hands, bring the elbows forward, and then nod the chin to the chest. So gently stretching the back of the neck. Hold and breathe. I'm going to read out another affirmation. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. One more breath. Good, and then lift your head up. Release the arms, then interlace the fingers again. Press the arms to the ceiling, take a breath in. And then as you exhale, we're gonna side bend to one side, keeping both sit bones grounded. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we switch. Back up, one more time. Exhale. Back up. And side bend to the other side last time. Good. And then look up to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen the whole of the spine, and as you exhale, just circle the wrists. Good. And then relax the arms. And you are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. That's going to help me a lot, and I'll be able to create more content like this. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.